Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, day 6 of the Manifest Project. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about all the different kinds of things Minnesotans say differently than everyone else in the world. You know what? This is the first sign that you're from Minnesota. When you look outside your door in the middle of January, it's going to look like this. Yeah, nice and cold. Nice and cold. You know what, you get used to it. It's not that bad after a while. You know, the negative 15 degrees, you know, in the weather, you get used to it. But it does suck sometimes, especially when you want spring to hurry up. Let's get in the video because I'm just rambling now. Okay, so we're gonna be starting off with the 10 most common sayings or words that Minnesotans say or pronounce differently, because I personally think there's a lot of things that we say the same as everyone else. Like, sure that we don't have like the slang words maybe from like Los Angeles and everywhere like that, but a lot of the stuff we say is probably pretty relatable to people in, I don't know, Georgia? I don't know, maybe that was totally off. Let's get on with number 1. Soda, pop, or Coke. I personally think this is the most obvious one for anyone. It's pop. I have no idea why it's pop, but I say it. I've never understood why in America that, you know, Americans say soda, pop, or Coke depending on where you are. You know, in a lot of the world, it's just Coke. You know, what kind of Coke can I get you? It's a weird phenomenon, especially in the Midwest. In Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and I think Wisconsin. I'm not gonna say Michigan or Illinois because I don't know them. But I'm for sure in that little, you know, the northern Midwest, we 100% say pop. Give me a little comment down below which one you guys say and where you're from. I'm curious. I always want to interact with you guys. Number 2 on this list. I have no idea why this is. Hot dish. Alright, let me read this. Let me read this from my screen. A delicious food consisting of leftovers, tater tots, cheese, not to be confused with a casserole. Yes, I've had a hot dish before. I don't know why that's so specific to Minnesota though. Because for me, yeah, my mom makes tater tot hot dish like once every month, maybe once every 2 months. I don't think that's a Minnesotan thing. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I have not had a hot dish on a consistent basis, and I have no idea why on Google, whenever you type in for these questions, that it always comes up with hot dish as the #1 answer that we do. That's just not true. I don't know where they're getting that from. Okay, number 3 might be the #1 thing I've never even thought of. So, whether it be my mom, whether it be my friends, whether it be anyone, everyone in Minnesota takes literally, I mean literally, like 10 years. Okay, maybe not 10 years, but like 10 minutes to hang up the phone. Whether it be, you know, just telling me, updating me on like what to get for groceries, or like seeing how my day was. I'm very quick on this kind of stuff. I'm a lot like the East Coast when it comes to that. You know, how was your day? Yada, 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 okay. And then I'm like, okay, I have to go. And they just keep dragging that on. And I'm just like, come on. You know, so I think that is the #1 thing right now that I've been noticing in the last like 3 or 4 months, that it's slept on in Minnesota. So number 3, do you say going up north or going to your cabin? Now, if you're from Minnesota, you absolutely know that 95% of the time, you're going up north. That's such a phrase that Minnesota has just been ingrained in that I thought that was like everywhere. People know what that means because in Minnesota, that's just like, you know where you're going to Cross Lake, you're going up to Duluth, you're going like in that socket of like land. Because a lot of the times, especially with my friends, they love going up north and everyone has a cabin here. And that's something that Minnesota also has, is cabins. So number 4, don't you know? I don't even know how to put that in context. I feel like this phrase is definitely used by like 40-year-olds and up, or like maybe 30-year-olds and up, because no one below my age, which is 18 and below, like no one uses this, no one. And I think it's pretty obvious, just maybe in like Timbuktu, Minnesota, or maybe like in, I don't know. I call Timbuktu, Minnesota a population of like 5,000 or less, so probably a lot of where you live is probably that. Sorry, I'm not trying to offend. So the last phrase, number 5, is not really a phrase, but it's something that Minnesotans suck at. It's confrontation. Let me give you an example so you can understand. Maybe this is everywhere else in the country, but I'm for sure it's right here. So let me give you an example. You're going and trying on clothes, right? And say you pick something to wear and it doesn't look that great and it just looks god awful. You think it looks super stylish, you think it looks great, so you walk out and show whoever you're with, right? And they say, and they don't want to be mean here, right? So they say, oh, well, that's really different. We are horrible at confrontation. Like, it's just a fact. Like, we will not give you straight up answers of things that are negative. So those were the 5 things I think every Minnesotan either says or we think. Okay, to wrap this up, I'm gonna give you 3 different things that I say that are completely different than everyone else probably that you've ever heard. I have a really thick accent, I think. So I say boat, bag, Minnesota, porch, orch, milk. I say milk, or not milk, M-E-L-K. I pronounce things differently, so if I'm saying hunter, I say hunter. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to say though. I say things differently. I hope this video was relatable to you. If you thought I talk like a country bumpkin or like I'm from Timbuktu, make sure to give this video a like and a subscribe. I do daily content on this channel. I do really cool vlogs. I do videos like this. I'm really just getting started with daily content. It's day 6 right now of the Manifest Project. If you think this is very relatable, share this with some people, you know, because I feel like a lot of people can relate to these kinds of things, especially Minnesotans. So that is going to be the end of the video today. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, tomorrow's an adventure. Let's go.
Get there and see I'm never happy where my body be. Either it's the traveler or a little bit of lost to me, searching for a place where I can finally breathe without a beat. Gotta get there, wish that you could come along with me. Hope that you don't hate me 'cause